You're listening to virtual interactive chat like you've never heard before. We are discussing issues from both sides of the political spectrum every night. Join us as we take on the two-party system. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Travel Show. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, let me get into the chat room. Adjusting audio. Yeah, we're going to a better mic. Hello, this is David Sponheim. Greetings. Yeah. We're up and running. Right. I have my tie, but I didn't want to, put it on there right now. I thought it would be best I didn't, being this is the Travel Show. And we are broadcasting with minimal lighting. There we go. I will be struggling with lighting tonight. Welcome. Whoops. Yeah, that's called struggling with lighting. Hang on. Yeah. It's difficult to find the right place. I tried last night with Sarah, and we had a pretty good lighting situation here. Let's take... No, that's a little too much. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we are. We haven't met him on the road trip tonight. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but this is a daily show that we do, and I'm welcome to talk to all of you tonight for a couple hours. We have a clear limitation on our upload ability, being we're in remote area. So I've decided to go, Yeah, I've decided to bring up iVlog. Let me get in there. Wow. Okay. Hey guys, at iVlog, good evening. We're going to track what's happening in the news and stay abreast of what's going on in the world. That's my goal. This trip is taking a toll on me, really? I don't think so. I think I'm doing pretty well. I just need better lighting. That's the problem. Doing a show from a remote location is not easy. I have other cameras, man. Yeah, this is a really bad camera. I could easily go to another camera. That was probably my problem. I had a great image coming into the show. And I said, why waste the time on an HD camera when, well, obviously I look better in HD camera. So, yeah, the closer you look, the better you realize the better I look. Right. So let me open that up again. I can do that. Yeah, this is really low lighting. When I'm home, I look great. Yeah, I wish I could do the show from the house that I live in, but I have a wonderful partner in life who spends her time going on vacation. That's terrible. Hang on just a second. Yeah, she likes to go on vacation, and it's like, okay, and what does that mean, really? You hear the thunder? That's the thunder. Yeah, let's see if I can get a different angle here of the show. Yeah, this should be different. Hang on. Yeah, it's really the camera that's the problem. Hang on. We did this yesterday. We had this same conversation, and it was because of the bad backlighting of the green screen. We scrapped the green screen tonight and went with the other option, which is completely black. I don't obey her. I have to live in a situation where she has 2 months off. She works really hard, and she gets 2 months off, and I want her to enjoy herself. So who wouldn't, right? So we plan a nice vacation. I didn't want to be stuck to the show every single day of the year. That's no fun. So we have a nice place we go to and spend some time. But I'm getting a lot of light right here, and that's part of the problem. So, all right, this is pretty interesting. Let's take the auto. Whoa. Really bad quality. Okay, let's bring this in, this camera, and see if there's any difference. Okay? I don't mind. All right. There you go. Now see how much better I look now. Yeah, see? I told you. What a difference a camera makes. Okay. You see what I'm saying now? Thank you. Let's put this over here. That's a little less bright, and then tune this down maybe. Whoa, you see the black curtain in the back, but it's a little better color. It's more blacklit as opposed to backlit. This is blacklit. Hey, let's talk about black literature for a while, if you don't mind. Uncle Tom's Cabin. You want to? This camera's awesome. This is an HD camera. It's one of the highest end cameras in the world. I'm just in very low lighting with batteries. Do you expect this show to operate? Hey, Dave, everything? Are you on the run? No, I'm doing a show from the remote location with a blacklit camera. Yeah. And you're acting like I'm supposed to be Mr. 100%. You realize I'm running a 10 megabyte upload speed through a VPN in Singapore? And the show must go on. Let me get a cup of coffee and start to relax now. Thank you. I like how you people operate. Constantly denigrating my show. Well, you must really get off on that, right? All right. They're not black garbage bags. I did get this a jumbo pack of black sunscreen thing. I thought it was going to open up like it normally does. I'm taking it back to Walmart. I refuse. It's supposed to open up like a normal sunscreen does. You know, it just pops right out and presses against the side. This thing came in 2 pieces. Totally deceptive. I'm a little pissed off, actually. It looks like black garbage bags, yeah. But you know that texture is kind of in demand nowadays. A comedian is born every minute in your show. I know. Everybody's funny, especially when everyone's a critic of everybody. I'm doing an on-screen cameo of the entire event, courtesy of the black jacket. Okay, this is the next step. Well, because I'm incognito, I really need to be incognito, as in nobody can see me broadcasting from my car. So, yeah, and I know you want to know where I am, but you can't because I'm so stealth, you know? I've got that stealth thing going for me big time. Yeah, that's about as good as I get. Wow, you guys are a tough audience. We'll do the black garbage bag background. That's better. Hey, no people are peeping. Are you kidding me? I've got peepers everywhere. And you're going to see some of the biggest engines in the world cross over our path tonight. We're parked right outside of a funny car exhibit out in the middle of beep, 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 beep. And we've got 40 fire-breathing funny cars coming by every second in this area. You're going to see some amazing burning firecrackers. For the 4th of July celebrations, we are set to go. America is watching and we are delivering. No, it's not in Indiana, but it's a funny car exhibition. We're going to be seeing and hearing. Actually, I can't show you anything. Otherwise, it'll give up my location. Excuse me while I put some hotel lotion on my hands. Oh, it's been a rough day, I'll tell you. I've been working on the safe house and getting it ready for the apocalypse. And yeah, and Sarah was having a little problem because it's so much work. And I said, Sarah, you don't have to come in and do this show. We've had this at hotels, and right now we're living for free in our safe house, which I happen to have on hand. I have a few safe houses. Anyway, it was so much prep to get the mouse poop off the ground, get it vacuumed and get it all set to go, that she was feeling kind of, down on the outs. And I said, Sarah, this is a vacation. We don't even have to be here. Where would you like to go? And I think Vegas came up, or New Disney World came up in the conversation. And we had all kinds of different proposed areas. So I don't have to be at the safe house. I already have multiple houses, Princess Fiona. But I only have a few places that nobody knows where I am. So, well, the fact is I tried a vacation with mouse poop, and you gotta understand that's the worst combination for a lady, is to have a guy who's, having to take her to a house that has mouse poop in it. So we set the mouse traps, right? And that was fine, except for the fact that the carpenter ants started in it on the mouse trap. So the mouse never got to eat the cheese. The carpenter ants ate them while we set the carpenter ant traps. So you can imagine how difficult it is to get to a remote location that's been boarded up for years and open it up, pop out our food bags. Most of our plastic protected our food, so we had tons of food, but our beans went bad. So I said, these beans smell like mildew. We're getting rid of the whole bin. So I'm out there dropping beans in a hole today. I call it the bean hole. And adding any food that had gone bad over the many years we've been away from it. And I basically compost that stuff. So, if I ever have to draw food out of a garden, that'll be my garden space. This story, it gets better. Oh, yeah. Well, you haven't even heard the half of it. The reason why we go on trips, Princess Fiona, is to experience these kinds of hardships. It builds your spirit, I do flex cook, but you can't get the mildew out of bad beans, Darth. Yeah. Anyway, these shows are, for travel fun, and we're just doing this show because I want to stay connected to the world and know what's going on with Trump as he blows it everywhere he turns. But you guys are invaluable because a lot of you guys have access to cable TV. I don't. I'm in the remote wilderness, and I've got to take these black screens behind me back. I told Sarah we have a blue tarp that could go behind us. We can try it. Our next one will be a blue tarp. Yeah, I'm taking these things back, black garbage bag looking things. And they're supposed to be connected so it pops right out, but they weren't. No, I have multiple heaters in our house. We do zone heating, Princess Fiona. Yeah, but anyway, the show goes on. I don't stop doing a show because, somebody said, "Hey man, why are you broadcasting from a car, dude?" Because I want to broadcast, and if I can, I will. I do. I throw away a lot of outdated food. Well, part of the reason why I prepared for things, and why Sarah and I even met, was I was preparing for Y2K. And she didn't realize how serious I was about it when I met her. And our first big visit to a store was Winco Foods, where we picked up, $100 worth of food for Y2K. We still have most of that dried food. It's still good. So if you're seeing expiration dates on your cans, they are not real. Even the government's saying that expiration dates are over dramatized. How romantic, I know. Yeah, those were good old days when you thought the world was going to end. But now that we know the world is going to end, we know exactly what's happening. So it's all good, So now we're prepared, and we have our bug out place here in the secret location, and many other bug out places. I try to keep a bug out place within a 15-mile radius at all times. So not only do I have a bug out place here, but I've got another fallout bug out place about 15 miles from here. I know, I feel like I'm in a cave. Always have bug out equipment in the back of your car. We have a couple breakaway travel kits that we use. Yeah. Wasteful Wednesday should be about, dealing with the very little that we have and making the most of it. You have a network of homes, you can just break into where you need them. I don't. No, I have safe houses in remote locations, like hard to find. Yeah, I prepared for the run for the presidency decades ago. I knew that I'd be getting nothing but resistance from corrupt people who saw an honest man as a threat. So in anticipation of this, I made certain purchases strategically to be ready to go in the event of a disaster and start, building this coalition. And I'm so glad you guys are here because we can talk about how you're going to be a big part of building America's third party in your area, or not. No, I can't pull a Tiananmen Square. It's way bigger than that. The New World Order already took over. We're way beyond having to stand in front of a tank. Believe me, they're ready to roll those tanks right into Hong Kong and extradite people anytime, any day. And there's no stopping it. But I'm in a stealth setup out here in a high-speed modem area where I can get my VPN to jack up and run the signal through Singapore. I'm teaching a lot of you how to prep on the road. Many people think that I'm a robot, and how could I be a robot if I'm doing this type of behavior? Clearly, only a human being could adapt to a situation like this. I know. He's creating a tank. It's going to be called the Trump tank. I know. He's preparing his brand new Sherman tanks for his Orwellian attack parade that he's going to put together. Hey, thank you. My hair is marvelous. I took a swim at a pristine lake today. I won't tell you where and what state or what part of Minnesota I'm in. Oh my God, I just told you. But no, I really enjoy the beauty of nature. I might even go fishing. But Sarah and I really prefer classy 5-star hotels. And I must tell you, I agree with her. She said, this is really tough, cleaning up the mouse poop and the ants and all that. And I mean, here you're making dinner and ants are crawling everywhere because they decided to make a home out of your wood. No, I wouldn't want to be no, I'm not in Milan, Michigan tonight. What's happening, Tom? Welcome, everybody, including iVloggers. We know that you guys are here, even though you may not be watching me. I hope I'm in the lineup over there. Well, I didn't. In fact, today, one of the reasons why Sarah wanted to stay back, and I'm not kidding, is to clean up everything again. I gave it a cursory wipe with a rag, and I said, okay, we got the mouse poop up. She's going back with hot, steamy, soapy water and cleaning everything now. I mean, she's intent. We set our ant traps. We set our mouse traps. She is intent on making that pristine. Now, one of the reasons why I keep these places, minimal is because they're hard to maintain. So what I like to do is go back to these places once every 5 years or so and pick up, clean up things. Trees will grow where they shouldn't be, like in roadways. It's not a home. It's more of a survival center with everything you need, including a waffle iron. Yeah, I'm totally on-grid and off-grid capable. I don't buy Simple Green unless I have to. It's kind of a smelly product. I prefer a natural. I make my own detergent, actually, out of rosemary, lemon, and vinegar. Well, I've been to a few high-priced hotels, but believe me, we prefer first-class accommodations. But I said, we got to prep this area because if we ever get back here, we're going to need to open it up, and we do this. Well, she did clean for 6 hours yesterday, so did I. But she's in there cleaning again with hot soapy water. I just did it with rags and vacuums. Okay? But we've got this place so pristine. We've got like rubber flooring, shag carpeting, really nice bed, very nice air filtration. I rigged up this way of making an air filter. You may want to try it, any of you. You buy a 20-inch square Lasco fan. Lasco makes fans for like $17 at $18 at Walmart, and get the 20-inch one. And then I got a 20-inch covering, which you'd put in a heater for a 20-inch heater, and you just go get the 2020 HEPA filter, which they sell for about $19. So for under $40, you can filter air anytime, any place. No, I'm not in a tent. I'm right now in the back of a vehicle with the garbage bag things I bought at Walmart, which I'll be getting back. $11.99. That's how much I spent for these things, and they're worthless. I've got my receipt. I'll get my cash refund tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not going to spend $11.99 for that crap. I'm in foreclosure? No, I'm not. No, I own many properties. I don't want to brag, but I have many fortunes. And I don't like to talk about that because, well, you never made a donation to start with. So I've been sitting there. My PayPal account has never received a donation from you, Captain Howdy. I don't live on donations because I'm pretty much set for life. The political party idea was something that came up in a boardroom, and we said, wouldn't it be preposterous for you to go into the middle of America and pretend to be an average American and try to drum up support? But no, that's kind of what happened. We decided to do this and see how many people weren't brain dead and were willing to actually get behind this effort. But you made most of your money attacking us. Well, the donations didn't arrive from Captain Howdy. Maybe you did a long time ago, but we haven't had hardly any donations. I mean, the last donation we got was Uncle Lester. I mean, that looks pretty. That looks shiny and burnt. You think this is bad? Oh, okay. What about the other camera? Let me ask you what you prefer. Which camera? This camera or this camera? Yeah, it's like a choice between bad and worse. This one, thank you. The car's been great. We modified this Brinks truck, and it's running fantastic. It's got 16 cylinders, I believe, with a supercharged overcam engine. Gets about 12 miles per gallon because it's pulling all this bulletproof equipment and acrylic windows and everything. And the backup Onan generator runs the air conditioning. I think it's 16-cylinder diesel. I don't know. I haven't really examined the engine. I let my mechanics do that. But what if I put this closer to my face? Does this help? Oh my God, it does. There we go. Well, let's be clear. Let's be unclear. Yeah, you believe you get no. I've never gotten any major donations. We've been doing this against all odds. You people don't realize this, but I'm being censored heavily by the very wealthiest people in the world. Yeah. Well, you tell me what a Brinks truck has under the hood, and I'll get back to you on that, okay? Thank you. Many of you don't realize that the show has to go on because these people want me to stop so bad that it's not even funny. Now, if you don't want to do a 6 to 8 show, you don't have to be here. That's fine. I mean, I'm going to do it anywhere. So, if for some reason I've locked up, or maybe your brain's all locked up, I'm not sure. Gosh, are you on the moon, Dave? I don't think so. Put fleshlight in mouth for better lighting. This was the light we used back in the old days. It could be, theoretically, it'd be up here, but I like it down here, or maybe over here. Nah. It's not really working there either. I think in the front, maybe. You know, I've had some really good vaping sessions, but Mark is trying to find me. Yeah, he can't find me. I'm running a show through a VPN, and there's no way he can track me because I pay everything in cash. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any donations, so Saudi. We have had very little to run with, but that's what really pisses off the elite people, that we keep doing it. The beauty of this whole operation is that we are not fazed by this money thing that you people have become so fixated on, because you've been out a long time, Darlene. I need more info out there. You're not helping me at all, okay? All right. I don't I haven't vaped, no. I know, but acrylic, bulletproof glass is what I invested in. Acrylic, polycarbonate is the next step up. Okay? Could I have afforded that 7 years ago? Hell no. I don't have publicity, Darlene, because I'm censored. Are you brain dead? Because it seems that you are. You don't realize that my name is like a definite removal in mainstream media? If you say my name, you'll lose your job in any nation, in any particular venue of the media, whether you're in print, TV, radio. If you mention my name, you'll lose your job. That's just the truth. If you didn't understand that, then you're completely lost. Oh no, the van is in 2017. That was Meow TV. He thought it was a 2015 van. Yeah. I never buy new stuff. I always buy used stuff. I would never buy something new. That's completely unsustainable. Oh, okay. Don't worry. Dave, millions are watching. Oh, thank you. Guess 474. I'm not worried about millions of watching. I love the fact that people are watching our show, but I'm not here for millions of people. I'm here for the truth. My dedication to the truth is far more important than anything at this point, but thank you for watching. I told Sarah, we cannot let the show go down simply because these people want to suppress our show. We can't let that happen. Well, the reality is, if you don't keep moving forward with a good show, you will be mowed over by other people. And we've had top quality entertainment even from remote locations like this. I've got some links I'd like to show you. Tanks arrived in D.C. for Trump's event, and apparently this guy is completely off his grid. He's like off his rail, Trump is. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He actually thinks he's like Kim Jong-un. Not only could the Democrats not impeach him, but they themselves are the weakest party that's ever existed. Reminds me of Woodrow Wilson when he signed the Federal Reserve Act. Miami. Okay, tanks for President Donald Trump's Salute to America 4th of July celebration were seen arriving in Washington on Tuesday morning, just before the event is scheduled to take place. 2 Bradley and 2 Abrams tanks purportedly en route to the National Mall for Thursday's event. What a joke. If you have to do this to show how wonderful you are as a president, you can only imagine how pathetic this guy is in bed, I mean, Stormy Daniels probably had to, scare his little thing out of his pants. Better watch out. Whee! That is ridiculous, I know. This is a great country. We don't have to run around bragging about it and acting like we're all tough. Everyone knows we're tough. Bob, why don't you go to the gay parade instead? It'll be better for you. Bob's trailer piped in. He says, I'll be watching the parade tomorrow. I'm a proud American. You want to see those Abrams tanks out there burning 2 miles per gallon gas, don't you? Well, good for you, Mad Dog. You go ahead and suck your own beep. A man was having sex with a much older woman. When sucking her breasts, he got a mouth fluid. He asked, aren't you too old to lactate? She said, yes, but I'm not too old to have cancer. Tom, that's so sick. I'll definitely think the election was rigged. Did you hear Jimmy Carter talk about the rigging of the election and how it's not a legitimate election in 2016? I told you Larry Sinclair takes a hard drive which burns my energy. I'm not going to hook up a hard drive. Bubba rubba. I'm not trying to emulate it. He was a great president. I like Jimmy Carter. You're a traitor to the South for not liking Jimmy Carter. You scurrilous Southerner. I like the South. I like Jimmy Carter. I'll definitely did a Lost Alpha Playboy magazine. Hey, read it out now. Right now, you're my hero. I don't mind showing you how sad life is for you, Tom. I'm just a reflection of your sick mind. I like foreign policy the way Jimmy Carter handled it. He had the one chance of actually stopping Iran, and he did. He had the balls to send 9 helicopters over there to save those 50 hostages. What did you do? Sit on your ass eating peanuts? I'll definitely I'm attracted to peanuts. I have a peanut envy. Bengalitis, what do you got? A link? I didn't see your link. You don't got no link here, man. Oh, White People Wednesday? Okay, I'll take a look.
Now we have the pulse variation.
Okay, I'll have to look at that a little bit later when the show gets more ramped up. 6 to 8, we got a lot to cover. An hour and a half more to discuss how inept and incompetent Donald Trump is. I think we've talked mostly about his lack of interest in helping the poor people of immigrants down there at the southern border. That makes him the worst president on earth. No, I have many homes. Sarah took 2 months off. She's a teacher. I said, okay, whatever. Let's go to my safe house. So we went to my safe house. We're here for a while. Then we're on to our next event. We're doing things all around the country. It's 2 months of constant driving. I'd be in a plane, but you know me and planes, I don't trust the entire navigation system is hackable. Yeah, we have a solid group of viewers over at Vaughn. Yeah, you guys are top quality ex-trolls. Dave, are you in a storm shelter or car or Trump tank for tomorrow? No, I'm actually in my travel center, my mobile travel center. Trump is a horse and pony show, and it's working, sadly. Not really. The real intelligent people are still wondering who to vote for, and you need to tell them about me. Yeah, that's where you come in. No, it's not a minivan. Minivans are for average people. I drive a mobile travel center. I'm special. All right, whatever. Well, I'm just glad I didn't have to. I'm just glad I didn't have to turn my cell phone on and they could triangulate my location if I did. I'm in the real ISS. We're in the pre-screening area outside of the NASA laboratories where they do all the green screen work to fake you out that there is an International Space Station. I'll be entering the building shortly. It's not a car. It's a mobile travel center, and please don't denigrate my vehicle. I didn't spend all this time preparing for this trip from hell. Yes. Look, if you want to vote Democrat or Republican, go ahead, but you're voting for the same thing over and over again, like a bunch of brain-dead cows heading to the slaughterhouse. This is disturbing. Trump struggled to discuss books in his 1987 interview. Let's play this. Well, let's be clear. Okay, we'll go to our backup screen. Hold on, please. We now take you to Donald Trump in 1987, struggling to discuss why he can't read.
Who are your favorite authors?
Well, I have a number of favorite authors. I think Tom Wolfe is excellent.
Did
He's
you
written
read
a great book.
Did you read Vanity of the Bonfires?
I did not.
It's a phenomenal book.
What book are you reading now?
Well, I'm reading,
Bonfire of the Vanities.
I'm reading my own book again because I think it's so fantastic, Tom.
What's the best book you've read beside Art of the Deal?
I really like Tom Wolfe's last book, and I think he's a great author. He's done a beautiful job.
Which book?
His current book. His current book. It's just out.
Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yes, and the man has done a very, very good job. And I really can't hear with this earphone, by the way.
Okay, did you see that? He didn't even know what book. I had to tell him, and then they lied about it. Oh, you found a mobile travel center? What did you find? Oh my gosh, that is exactly what I have. Not. Here's a mobile travel center for you. Yeah, it's a casita. These things are the most popular vehicles out there. Oh, hang on. You have white people dancing.
Followed by funky isolation.
All right, that was fun. Not. Thank you for the dance steps, and I hope they don't monetize me. And that casita, by the way, is one heck of a little travel vehicle. I'm not doing Andy Kaufman, man. I am way better than Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman was like bargain basement humor. I'm in a whole other level. No, Jimmy Carter never had sex with anyone but his wife, Rosalind. Well, I did lust after Playboy magazine, though. Bob, Trump's not going to win. The fact of the matter is, you've just been muted. It's not that I need better marketing, Mad Dog. It's just I need donations. And it's nothing about marketing. You morons that don't realize I'm censored, really, I struggle with you people. Yeah, you really have no clue as to how censorship operates in this country. I could have all the marketing, and if I could throw millions of dollars at myself, that would make a difference. But who in the hell wants to throw their hard-earned money at a campaign? I'm still the largest donator to this effort, so don't kid yourself. Thank you. I'm not tired, no. This has been perhaps one of the most relaxing days. I got to swim in a lake. Yeah. I got to learn what it means to have multiple twist ties on me. So I need to tie my wires together. I got that going for me, which is nice. I'm telling you, I'm censored, man. You don't get that. It's like, duh. You know, the thing is, I'm not going to be able to help you guys unless you help yourself. Isn't that a biblical expression? God will help those that help themselves. Oh, dude, you got like a solar eclipse happening? Whoa. What do you flat earthers think about that? Totally. Hey, thanks for sending me my own link there, Tom. Cool. So, Saudi, I don't think you understand. It's not about the donations. I could care less about the donations. It's the fact that people are so brain dead they can't even come up with a donation. Yeah, that's the reality. People don't even realize what's good for them. Rich people spend money on the left and the right to hedge their losses. You haven't made any donations because you don't even believe in your money means anything. So I agree with you. Your money is meaningless. And all money is meaningless. I believe that we could theoretically live in a mixed economy, moneyless society. I do. I only have about $3,000 to take us all the way to 2028. I amortized the entire effort we put in, and our $3,000 will last our server space and our mailbox and everything else we use it for, which is hardly anything, till 2028. I was amazed we got so many donations early on, and then it flatlined as soon as we went to Vaughn. I already did declare my candidacy. That is a cool bicycle. Wow. Now, this is a MGTOW, men who've gone their own way. And this guy went way in his own way. I mean, he built himself the ultimate camper mobile with a bike. I'll bet it's powered by his gluteus maximus. Look at that. That's impressive. I almost want to see a video with him in it. Like, what's going on, you know? Hey, what's going on? You remember him, right? Unfortunately, we can't play him because he's not around. We lost him on the audio drive. Yeah. The reason why we have to run a low resolution show is because everything is gone off the audio drive and the video drive. And in order to run the computer and do the show, I literally have to use LED lights just to do the show. So That is pretty cool. I don't want to lose that image. I'm going to save it to my hard drive. Yeah, in pictures. Camper van. Yeah, that's very cool what he built. I like that. You're doing 28 pounds of Southern barbecue when, well, we won't be in South Carolina, no. I can't deliver Larry Sinclair. If you don't want me in the show, that's your choice. All right? I can't help you if you don't want me. I'm not asking for donations, folks. I don't even care about money. Money's not a priority in my life. No, I have a safe house that I'm sleeping in with a really nice bed. We both have single beds, like Ozzy and Harriet. Yeah. I have the ability to make coffee. I always take multiple coffee makers with me. I bring a cold brew coffee maker, and I have a hot brew coffee maker. I have never actually had sodas since I was a kid. I stopped drinking soda in 1972, I think. From 1968 to 72, 68 to 72, I drank a lot of sodas. Yeah, I think I stopped in 72, 73. I started going to coffee. I started doing juices at that point. Then by 85, I went to coffee. I am not a virgin. No, I'm what is called a. I've always used protected sex, so technically, I've never had human-to-human contact. My body part has never touched another human. Well, I don't drink diet anything. I just drink coffee, basically. Oh, no, I'm not. That's the point. I mean, you people are so gross. Body-to-body contact. You're having children? I mean, what a waste that is. You're the waste. I'm telling you. But children are great. But you people who have children really should appreciate the fact you have children. Not treat them like crap watching our show and ignoring your own children right now. Hey, that one guest. How you doing, man? Good to see you're in. I think it's wrong that you're engaging in human contact with yourself. You may want to try human contact with other people. Yeah, I think... Now, that's not to say I haven't actually tried this act of whatever you call coitus interruptus. But every time I do, it's always with protection because I don't want to get AIDS. But hey, you go ahead. You go for it. Yeah. Donald Trump senses confusion. His daily life is so filled with confusion that he has a life of confusion. Yeah. It is pretty tough being Donald Trump. There is the wrong link. That's not the link I was looking for. Hold on, please. Here we go. Donald Trump, census confusion. Trump administration reverses course on census citizenship question. Poll, 2/3 of voters say citizenship question should be allowed in census. Okay, so he's up against the courts. They say no. He's now changing and morphing like most liars do. In a major reversal following a presidential tweet, Justice Department lawyers told a federal judge in Maryland on Wednesday that they had been told to try to add a question on citizenship to the 2020 census in a way that's consistent with the Supreme Court ruling. The change comes after Trump tweeted earlier on Wednesday that we're absolutely moving forward as we must on the censorship question, despite statements Tuesday from both his Department of Justice and his Secretary of Commerce that the administration was printing the census without the question. Wow. So he doesn't even understand what's going on. He doesn't have a clue as to how his Justice Department is making good, solid decisions relative to the Supreme Court Justice decision. And now he's going up against reality. How much does it take for you people to realize that this president is a complete imbecile It just amazes me. Mad Dog still supports him. All of you right-wing, alt-right-wing people are completely, like, mesmerized by his stupidity. It's bizarre. I don't even understand it. I mean, do you even ask questions when we talk about them in the show about his Zionist leanings? Do you even care about the fact that he simply is patting his pocket as president? You're not my son. No. I'm sorry, but I don't have a son, and you have been muted, or at least purged. Hey, happy 4th. We're going to be doing a show from Firework Land out here in the outskirts of the perimeter of reality. Out here in the perimeter. We is stoned immaculate. So yeah, Donald Trump cannot possibly make any qualified decisions because he's an imbecile. I'm surprised you people didn't pick up on that, but then again, you're Trump-tards. You wouldn't know the difference. The Ninth Circuit rejects Trump's administration request to allow the use of military funds for the border wall. Good. He should have done it a different way. The only way to build a border wall with military funds is to start a war. Please don't take my advice, Donald. Donald, if you're listening, I don't want you to start a war with Mexico. Come on, baby, light my fire. No, ever since I found out Jim Morrison was an MK Ultra victim, life changed for me. Yeah, I realize now that Jim Morrison, the son of a commander who literally started the Vietnam War, was no doubt a complete toy that the MK Ultra people were playing with. You want to know a little bit of history about Jim Morrison? He literally slept in his leather pants, urinated and defecated in them. He literally smelled like one of those porta potties you see at the circus. Yeah, you should be tired of Trump, Jessica, because he's not helping average people. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so Jim Morrison smelled like a porta potty. And what's really interesting is he's a really, really smart guy. He was a top student in high school, A+ student, all the way up through his senior year. You would never guess that, right? He was like a straight cut senior. What he did was they tested LSD on him. And they said, write some poetry, and he started singing, and all of a sudden he became a hit. Yeah, he was just one of those many MK Ultra children. Children of the evil. Children of the evildoers. Well, let's be clear. I am going to go get my backup battery and plug it in. This is how to do a show from a remote location. Ta-da! Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-da! I'm sending information from one battery to another now. Hello, unemployed office janitor. How are you, Anita? Hey, I'm glad everybody could come by my remote broadcast. This has been awesome. We've got a full 48 minutes under our belt. We've got another hour and 10 minutes to talk about the country before the Wi-Fi connection dumps out. The first night I did an extra long broadcast from the same location, and the people here realized I was staying up after the show was, basically after they closed the doors. So now they shut their Wi-Fi server down because of me at a certain time. Yeah. You're up and down with pain? Okay, well, good luck. The back of the car is a better place to broadcast because if I'm in the front, people think I'm like stalking them. Whereas if I'm in the back of the car, I look a little less obvious. The thing about when you're in the front of the car talking to a camera, people think you're talking about them and they can walk up and go, "Hey, man, what are you doing? What are you saying that about me, man, for?" You know? No, I don't need to, Mac Dundee. I made my donation many years ago to the seed bank in Norway. No, I'm not. No, it looks more like the guy's talking to somebody. And I've had people walk up to me with nunchucks when I say something loud in the front seat. Oh, yeah. I had one Korean guy literally get out of his car, grab the nunchucks, and go, "You're talking about me! I'm going to take you out!" And I don't think he meant taking me out to dinner. You bought presents for Christmas, but Christmas is in July now. Oh, your Christmas in July with Anita. Good for you. Go, girl. Trump botches citizenship question with too much lawyering and too little explanation. Yeah. Trump is lost. He doesn't even know what he's doing. And it's sad, really. Trump's 4th of July celebration may just have a bunch of military geeks like Mad Dog sitting there going, well, yes, Mr. President, I'll support our Abrams tanks. Our Shermans are really good. I'm in the cave of my own making. I'm taking these sunscreens back. They're from Walmart, and they look like garbage bags. I'm getting $11.99 back. There's no way they're going to rip me off for that. No, I am vacationing. Not many people can vacation in America. Most people say, I want to live in America. Well, I vacation in America. Okay? How many people can say that? I hear you. Wow. 1 hour and 30 minutes to full charge. Wow, it's going to be a long trip. $11.99 for garbage bags. Yeah. I hear you, man. Well, for me, $11.99 is not a big deal. It's just that I don't like to get ripped off, and I thought this was one of these things that pops out, and it came in 2 separate sections. Like, what do I need 2 sections for? If I move my head back right now, it'll literally pop down, and you'll see my real location. David, I have a square room you can use if Sarah kicked you out, man. I'm here for you, man. No, Sarah's in the safe house. She's re-cleaning everything I cleaned the other night. Well, she found that some of the surfaces were not hermetically clean because I just used a rag, and there was mouse poop in our safe house. You had sepsis shock? I know, I heard you were on antibiotics. That's pretty serious, Anita. Well, that's good. We all worry about you, Anita, and I really appreciate the fact that you take time in our show to talk about your problems. Don't hesitate. Stay on those antibiotics. Yeah. You know, one thing, the doctors have never really said anything bad about antibiotics. There's a whole bunch of stuff bad about vaccines, but antibiotics, no problem. It's no problem, man. Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of things that people don't realize. Antibiotics help people. Vaccines hurt people. And the only time vaccines really help people when you're suffering from pneumonia and you're an old person. Vaccines definitely help people. Yeah, there's a significant difference in the increase in deaths due to pneumonia if you don't have a vaccine when you're old. Hey, look at the other camera. Wow, this is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome. The color is almost better, but for some reason. Oh, so you take medicine to get an erection, Pirate Salty Dog? You know, a lot of men suffer from erectile dysfunction. It's Wasteful Wednesday. If you don't mind, I'd like to talk about that problem for you. I know you do. The webcam on your camera tells me you haven't had sex in 16 years. Yep, and didn't you have your friendly limit almost cut off during your late surgery for your circumcision? They nearly cut your friendly limit, right? Is that the case? You can talk about it. You're among friends. Okay. Methodist hospitals in Memphis suspend debt collection suits against own workers. So their own workers they were suing in Memphis, collecting debts from workers at healthcare facilities that fully know that nobody pays their bills over there. Well, let's be clear. We got 17 viewers at iVlog. Thank you guys for coming in. We're slowly building our audience. It just takes forever. Hi. Oh. Hi. Hi there. Oh. Yeah, it takes forever to build an audience at iVlog for some reason. We had like major guest travel, and then all of a sudden Mark got a hold of him and banned guest chat. Well, let's be clear. Michelle is a homosexual and a transgender. I have millions that can't even get in the show. Yeah, we do the show every night because we have millions of secret viewers. Yeah, we know that. McDundee, yay, McDundee, right on, you're in. Don't give us status on your body parts. Don't show us significant pictures of yourself. Mark has nothing to do with iVlog. Yeah, tell that to. Believe me, I know for a fact that Mark had something to do with iVlog. I saw him make a cash offering online through a person who told me, which I can't necessarily verify. This is my plant pot painted. I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't go into Twitter, otherwise they'll notice who I am. Yeah, Anita. If I went into Twitter right now, they'd be able to reverse location me. I can't do that. Sorry. I'm sure your beautiful picture is lovely. Border Agency knew about the secret Facebook group for years. They had 9,500 members at this prejudiced Facebook location. Yeah, here's the story. Thanks, Scissor Fight. Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, this is an ongoing story about them having information at Facebook, basically of a Facebook group of Border Patrol agents that have been saying bad things about illegal aliens all the time. Customs and Border Protections officials have been aware for up to 3 years that a secret Facebook group for current and former Border Patrol agents was posting offensive messages far longer than previously reported. Tom, his music is great, and you got to ask yourself, who are you, Tom, to say such things? Border Patrol leadership knew about photos posted to the group as far back as 2016 when agents reported them, according to current Homeland Security officials. The images, several of which were provided to Politico, show agents engaging in conduct that includes simulating sex acts and taking selfies while defecating. A former DHS official said he was aware of the Facebook group during the past year. Neither official knew of any serious punishment ever leveled at the members of the Facebook group. Wow. It's called I'm 1015 Facebook group. One person bigoted remarks like throwing a burrito at 2 Latino congresswomen, like when Ocasio-Cortez came to see the concentration camps. So the former DHS secretary and the current one, acting DHS Secretary Kevin McCalleen, acting Kevin McCalleen, and Border Patrol Chief Carla Provost denounced those posts this week and pledged to hold any culpable agents accountable. Yeah, sure. Like that's going to happen. A third photo showing an agent unzipped green pants lowered below his knees while in a squatting position in what appeared to be a selfie taken while defecating in the Arizona desert. Wow. Okay. I think we've seen enough. Now we'll go back to HBO and the coming reality check. Okay, we're at Checkpoint Charlie. We're going to try to see if you are in a state of reality or delusion. Here we are. We're taking questions from anyone in the room. Bingo. B-I-N-G-O. I wish everything was perfect, Anita. It wouldn't be great if everything was perfect. No, I heard it on the internet that someone said that an anonymous guest in the chat room, Mark Vaughn, has done something, so it must be the truth. No, I'll tell you what happened. We were in iVlog about 4 weeks ago, and a person from Thailand was writing me a letter or a message and managed to get through on a flip phone they bought with a suitcase full of cash. And they were desperate to get a message from the princess there. And I had 38 chatters in the room at the time. And instantly, when that thing went down and this person was trying to get a message out from Thailand as they were trying to get to their location safely, all guest chat was removed from iVlog. It went down to one guest, and then they changed their policy so that everybody has to sign in now. So nobody from anywhere USA or anywhere in the world can get a hold of us like we were getting through the guest messaging system that was not tricked out like it is today. So we are seriously seeing censorship. And if you're that brain dead, you don't see that. I've had the same number of subscribers on YouTube for 9 years. Same number of followers on Twitter for 9 years. I've done over 20,000 hours of broadcasting in the past 8 years. How is that possible? That I only have the same number of subscribers? You think you just think, ponder that, moron, and get back to me, okay? Well, let's be clear. I'm pissed. Well, apparently a lot of followers in our show drink fluoridated water, tap water, orange drink with artificial corn syrup, GMO, you name it. Most people are like killing themselves daily. I look around me and I see people getting old rather quickly. It's amazing to me. I look at people of my age and they look like they're dead. And I don't know, I feel so young. I feel like I'm in my 20s, really. I don't know how to explain how you feel when you're this great, But eating the right food is the key. Yeah, if you're avoiding chlorine, GMOs, fluoride, you're doing better. I've been on organic food whenever possible for the past 35 years. So most of my adult life I've been eating organic food. Before that, they didn't make food that was pesticide ridden. It was mostly insecticides. I already have. If you aren't watching the show right now at coolrock.com, you're missing out on pinball games and music and all kinds of stuff. We're building the next Facebook, and it's going to be better than Facebook. Coolrock.com will be the fun, free place on the internet where no one's tracking you. Okay, what a pediatrician saw in a Border Patrol warehouse. Folks, this is a serious story. Let's bring it into the show. Thank you, Scissor Fight. Your links are awesome. Appreciate it. Here we go. All right. What a pediatrician saw inside a Border Patrol warehouse. Dolly Lucia Sevier evaluated dozens of sick children at a facility in South Texas. She found evidence of infection, malnutrition, and psychological trauma. Whoa. Well, let's be clear. Let's take a look at what she found up close and personal. Inside the Border Patrol warehouse on Ursula Avenue, Dolly Lucia Sevier saw a baby who'd been fed from the same unwashed bottle for days. Children showing signs of malnourishment, malnutrition, dehydration, and several kids who, in her medical opinion, were exhibiting clear evidence of psychological trauma. Yeah, more than 1,000 migrant children sat in the detention facility here, and Sevier, a local pediatrician, had been examining them, as many as she could, one at a time, but she wasn't permitted to enter the area where they were being held. Many of them in cages. Look at that. And find the sickest kids to examine instead. Instead, in a nearby room, she manually reviewed a 50-page printout of the day's detainees and highlighted the names of children with a 2019 birth date, the babies, before moving on to the toddlers. When it was almost time to leave, Sevier asked to see a 3-year-old girl and then 2 other children, but by that point the friendly and accommodating Border Patrol agent insisted her earlier in the day had been replaced by a dour guard wearing a surgical mask who claimed that he couldn't find the toddler. "We can wait," Sevier said, as she recalled to me in an interview. Her tone was polite but firm. She knew that she had the right under a federal court settlement to examine whomever she liked. She's having a bath. Yeah. Whoa. I'm clipping. Sevier recalled the guard as saying, "A luxury," one official told her, "is available only to babies removed from their guardians. A bath, that's a luxury." Oh my God. In the facility's standard cages, there is no soap or showering for the kids. Though 72 hours is the longest minor can be legally confined in such a facility, some had been there almost a month. Sevier waited. Finally, the guard returned with news. He had found the girls after all. "We located the bodies," he said. In paramilitary slang, "I'll bring them right in." He calls them bodies. Wow. Oh, man. This is pretty serious. not to be ignored. And Ocasio-Cortez is concerned, like I am, that these are concentration camps for these children. Now, if you're a heartless Republican pig who have no concern for anybody's lives and act like a bunch of Nazi Gestapo agents, then you have no concern about this story. But if you're a caring individual who really worries about how our country's treating these poor children despite their predicament and what their parents did by putting them in this condition, then come on into our room, because we're going to be dealing with this issue tonight. Thank you. Our country is wasting $26 billion on warehousing illegal aliens in our prison system. Yet we don't even have the facilities to care for the children of illegal aliens. We've got Casa Padre, a reconditioned Walmart facility with an incinerator to stay warm. They don't even track these people's identity. They don't even fingerprint them. It's like a warehouse of human trafficking, which Trump is single-handedly responsible for here. Scary, isn't it? Okay, believe it or not, Trump's 4th of July, this is going to blow your mind. Are you ready for this? Here it comes. This is the weak Democrats weren't able to impeach this guy when he colluded with Russia and tried to obstruct the entire process of discovery, and is still trying to obstruct. Get this. You're not going to believe this. Trump's 4th of July parade is going to include a flyover by the Russian Air Force. And here you thought the country wasn't taken over by Russia. Wow. Unbelievable. Calling it incredibly exciting news, Trump revealed on Wednesday that his long-planned 4th of July parade in Washington will include a flyover by Russian Su-24 fighter planes. Oh, these are beautiful, gleaming Russian planes. I'm the first American president who's had Russian fighters flying over Washington. Are you hearing this? Take this link and shove it. Is it fake news or is it real? This is the NewYorker.com. This is not fake news. No, that's not what I wanted to copy. That's our XSplit program. Okay, hang on. Here it is. Okay, check that out. You people who are in denial about Trump's behavior are lost. We've got solid links connecting you the dots to this guy. Wow. Oh, it's a satirical column in the news. You're right. Okay, it's satire, folks. Yeah, we're going to have to vet that a little bit better. That's satire. It is funny, though. I will admit that, Scissor Fight. That's very funny. I'm having a... It's very funny, yes. Thank you. And thanks for that eyewitness report on the situation in the immigrant centers throughout the world. Yeah, well, it's okay. It was funny while it lasted. Hold on. Let me check my battery strength. Oh, went down. Well, for some reason, I'm having a little problem overheating on my lithium-ion batteries, so we're doing okay, though. Wow. If at any point in our show we start to lose battery power, we will go to the front seat and I will start the engine. Gentlemen, start the engine. Okay, here's a click on the military planes that are flying over. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'd be going there. I literally thought that he'd be sending Russian jets over, but a funny guy is not too funny when it comes to this story. That's not a joke. I think it's serious. It's terrible that somebody makes a joke about it. Who knows? What are you doing in here? Who invited you? Let's take a look here. All 3 U.S. stealth aircraft will reportedly fly during this year's Salute to America's 4th of July. Upon Trump's request to have a larger, more robust parade in the nation's capital, the Air Force B-2 Spirit, or Air Force F-22 Raptor, and Navy F-35C Joint Strike Fighter will make an appearance over Washington. Hopefully the gunnery system will be shut down so that no one will be hurt with the obsolete software they're using. Good to know. Great. Well, I'm glad all these planes are going to have their special moment. But who's paying for all this stuff? That's what I want to know. Bingo. You are the taxpayer. That's right, America. You're getting stuck with a bill for Donald Trump's ego. I'm just wondering why I have this zip tie in my pocket. And, you know, you never know when you're going to need a twister, especially one of these white ones that are so good. It's good for binding anxiety, too. Well, thank you for bringing me up to speed on the problems with Trump. Everything about him is complete nonsense. We're living in a world of a bipolar president doing the twist. Through the day, you can check your recommended amount percentage. Well, thank you. Are you a Bitcoin investor? Well, believe me, Trump is acting like General Tito, the Yugoslavian dictator. That's what he did with these parades of tanks. It's pathetic, okay? We step back in time, we have this Neanderthal become our president. It's unbelievable. Oh, the Mexicans paying for the 4th of July. We had Mexico pay for it. Except they haven't paid us. We're just going to expect them to pay us. And I'll be on the phone with President Obrador in order to make this possible. No, I never invested in anything except incredibly valuable fortunes, which I don't cash out on because I really appreciate having them. Yeah, the best part about having huge fortunes is you don't have to really sell them. You can just watch and look and see where the market's going and say, oh, if I sold, I'd be a trillionaire. Money is such a deceptive tool that it's hooked everybody into this hamster wheel of a life where you constantly work your butt off to make your minimum payments on your credit cards. Welcome to Wasteful Wednesday, everybody. We're literally 65% of the country is just about $500 away from living on the street. Yeah, I know. I mean, people are really hurting right now. Court orders release of sealed documents about Jeffrey Epstein's alleged sex ring. Well, there's a little progress there. Maybe that's a real story. It's Daily Beast. Now, his sex ring is not some sort of like a gold or a silver or platinum ring he wears around his finger. It's 50 underage girls that said that he raped them and forced them to have sex with men like Dershowitz, Bill Clinton. I never had sex on the Lolita Express. On Wednesday, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit Court ruled certain records in a defamation lawsuit filed by accuser Virginia Roberts Giuffre against Epstein's alleged madam, British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, should be made public record. Yay! Excellent. In its opinion, the panel vacated a Manhattan federal judge's decision to keep the record secret and ordered the summary judgment record in the 2017 case to be unsealed with minimal redactions after it issues a mandate closing the case. Well, this is good news for many people. According to Alan Dershowitz, he actually wants this to be unsealed. I've been tracking the case, and this 80-year-old guy wants this to be unsealed. He says it'll vindicate him. So, yeah. We'll see if it does vindicate Dershowitz. We'll see if the truth will come out, or will it be implying that he did order sex from some of these prostitutes underage. We will see. Thanks for that. One of the world's most news agencies always making fun of the big superpower of the world who can't afford to parade more than 6 tanks to parade in their capital. Thank you, Dr. Meow. You know, leave it to the French to tell the truth. No, Donald Trump will never win. I'm too intelligent for him to win. He's a corrupt mobster. We'll be dealing with that when you decide to grow a brain in your head. The problem with a lot of these Trump-tards, they don't realize that Trump acquired all of his wealth from Russia. 4th of July is going to be a joke. It's pathetic. He's running about 4 tanks. Meow TV's right. It shows how little we really want to show our force and how completely inane this president is. It's ridiculous. Trump is probably still making deals with Putin on that Trump Tower, offering him a $50 million hotel suite to this communist who somehow likes money. Yeah, let me tell you about the time I saw Robin Williams at an auditions in Hollywood. And I was at an auditioning my sister was going to in Hollywood in 1975, and I turned around, I saw Robin Williams walking right next to me, about 10 feet away, and he was wearing the Eastern European gig that he did. And this is back when he was like, just a bum kid, 28 years old. He was right out of high school. He still was bumming around Hollywood like a kid. And I was with my sister. She was auditioning for a play. And I turned around, I saw this guy, Robin Williams, and I instantly knew in my mind that guy was going to be successful. Yeah, I looked at him, I said, this guy is going places. Because he just had that talent, an immense amount of talent, and an immense amount of ego. He really wanted people to laugh at him. And it's when you look back in time and you see how these people are, and it's sad, really, because I immediately saw that he was going to be very, very wealthy and very, very successful, which he was. And then the next thought in my mind immediately after was he's going to die a young man. He will not live a long life. There's no scam going on, man. We're completely censored. You're a total brain-dead idiot shillhead. Hey, Add the One. Welcome. Yeah, I'm in my van doing shows against all odds. Yeah, they want to stop me and they can't do it. They send their shills in here trying to say I'm not cheating anybody. I'm trying to get you to be aware of how corrupt our government is. Yeah, so I immediately knew this guy was going to be successful and die a young age. Within a second of looking at him. That's how quick I am to assess people. No, the RV was a gas hog. I'm getting way better gas mileage in my Brinks truck. Yeah, that was like 6 miles per gallon. I'm getting 12. Okay, moving on. Yeah, Robin Williams liked cocaine. Like many Hollywood Beverly Hills kids, he was addicted to that stuff. And then he stopped doing it, and then he killed himself? I don't believe that. I think he was killed. His wife didn't even look at his room for 15 hours. I mean, who lives in a house and not even check on your husband in 15 hours? That's a little suspicious, if you ask me. Plus, he had no actual drugs in him besides his medication for depression. We're not allowing any hatred towards Sarah here. Thank you. Well, he did piss her off. He was cheating with a woman and they were in the throes of divorce, but that didn't mean she shouldn't check on her husband. It is high in California. Yeah, it's like $4.50 a gallon. Oh, I led on to my location. Thanks for sharing, Pingwigloo. Pingwigloo. So it's a choice. Do we go to Disneyland or do we go to SeaWorld? Been to Disneyland last year. Should we go to SeaWorld? I want to see the last vestiges of fish on Earth. With the ocean being like a cesspool and you not giving a shit, it's kind of funny how the world is like looking on going, yeah, it's just getting more and more polluted. What can I do? So then you go vote Democrat or Republican thinking you're doing something important. Tom, I used to hang out in Compton. Yeah, I don't have any problem doing anything in Compton. It's a good people in Compton, California. I used to deliver T-shirts. I delivered T-shirts to this wonderful black woman. This is a time I met a black boy. I asked him for directions to her location. I asked a black boy a question, and it was kind of like he had a speech defect. And I got to tell you, man, I could not understand what word he said. I said, "Excuse me, do you know where so-and-so Compton is?" And it was like, "I don't know why did you want to whoa." It's like, what? poor guy. He had a speech defect and he was black. I mean, he's got a lot to deal with. I mean, he can't even say, you want some crack? He couldn't even say that. Frankenstein horror movie, I can do that. Yeah, I've got the ability. Welcome to the Frankenstein horror movie. Yes. We are going to do the green screen. Okay, let's do the green screen for you. Do the green screen. Chroma key effect. Whoa. Blue, black. I don't think the green screen's working for me tonight. Color key background. Key close. Take the eyedropper. Oh my gosh! Welcome to New York City, where we are going to do the broadcast. Well, that's the best part of the show, is just getting New York City to come behind me. Hello, New York City. Welcome to the show. If my eyes are going to grow great, it is very interesting. Okay, cool. So we're getting ready for our Christmas in July, October show. Yes, I will zoom in. Welcome. I heard SeaWorld is a lot of fun as long as you don't, hang out with the dolphins and they get all extra frisky. Yeah, I just won't swim with the dolphins. I don't want any homosexual dolphins, hitting on me. That would have been a laugh in a club with live audiences. Yeah, seriously. That would have gotten at least 4 or 5 old people laughing at Catskills. I'm not doing the Catskills this year. I've decided Shecky Green is not worth following. Appeals court declines to greenlight Trump's border wall projects with military spending. Yeah, we covered that earlier, but let's take a look at the details. The devil is in the details. Dun 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 dun. Appeals court declines to greenlight Trump's border wall projects. A divided federal appeals court panel had declined to remove a major roadblock to President Trump's plan to spend more than $8 billion for border wall construction, despite Congress agreeing to give him only a fraction of that stuff. Well, they probably watched my show and saw that I could build that container wall for $1 billion. 2 of the judges said in a 75-page order released Wednesday that the attempt to move Defense Department construction funds to the Department of Homeland Security appeared to be a violation of federal law. Constitution assigns to Congress the power of the purse under the Appropriations Clause. It is Congress that is to make decisions regarding how to spend taxpayer dollars. So Trump's trying to subvert the Constitution in order to fund his wall, which he clearly said, Mexico is going to pay for it. Welcome to Spooky Dave, a show tonight with a fake green screen effect. I will be your host, Spooky Dave. Okay, thanks for coming into the show, everybody. You're watching live interactive chat experience like you've never seen before. David, I can see you better without the green screen. I can see clearly now without the green screen. Okay, man. You win. No green screen, man. Okay. You take a look at me now, okay? There you go, man. You take a look at me now, huh? You looking at me? Huh? Are you looking at me? I know that Bela Lugosi was hooked on morphine. Like many prescription doctors hooked on morphine, Bela Lugosi was hooked on the morphine. Who cares, man? Who cares what these people are drug addicted on? Look at Sigmund Freud. He was a total speed freak, or acid head, or no, cocaine. That was his drug of choice. Okay. We're having a pretty good show here. Trump is showing his might tomorrow. I know, wasting millions. Does anybody know the cost of this military fiasco that he's putting together? And no, man, I don't do no blow, okay? I don't do cocaine. I've always said no to white powder of any sort, and believe me, I was around it in the 80s. I used to go to parties where, all the cast from 90210 is in the bathroom. This is before 90210. yeah, Jason Priestley and Shannon Doherty, they're in the bathroom, right? And I'm knocking on the door going, hey, I need to use the restroom. And I'm hearing this chopping sound. Excuse me, I need the bathroom. There's one in another neighbor's house, man. Dave's not here. Well, of course I'm not here because I'm outside your bathroom waiting to go in. So I went to another house, and then lo and behold, these two Mexican guys, or Cheech and Chong guys, were in there, knocked on the door. No, Dave's not here, man. So I couldn't do blow. I couldn't do marijuana. I couldn't do anything. I chose not to do blow, though. By 1981, I said, you know, Dave, you're a pretty straight guy. At least you should try to smoke a little marijuana. So a guy I knew at the print shop I was working at said, hey, come on in the dark room and we can smoke a bowl. Dave's not here, man. So he invites me into the dark room. He opens this little bag of what was, back in the 80s, it was called Thai stick. And he pulls out this string of Thai stick all wrapped up, and he pulls a little bit off of that, and he puts it in a glass pipe, and he smokes it. And I'm watching him. I'm going, wow, okay. So I tried it, and the first hit, I was like, oh, my lungs exploded. It's like, oh my gosh. Because, yeah, that was some pretty intense stuff, that Thai stick. Your battery is running low. Hold on. Okay, we'll try to work this angle. Hopefully it won't overheat this time. Yeah, it has kind of an overheating factor going on involved. So that's what the very first time I smoked marijuana was in 1981, when I was 21 years old. Thai stick, not a Thai's dick. Man, your mind is completely in the gutter. Elevate it, please. I knew people that were on cocaine privately. Yeah, they were. I had friends that used to go in the other room because they knew I didn't snort coke, and they would literally snort coke in the other room and come in all acting happy and everything. And they never told me they were snorting coke in the other room. I was wondering why they just got up and left 5 times during our meetings. It's like, wow, I'm not frustrated. I'm good. Now, Trump, the reigning idiot that he is now defends the cost of his 4th of July event. One day before the celebration, the president claimed that the cost would be very little compared to what it's worth, as the total amount remained unclear. God, we've got such a brain-dead president, it's unbelievable. Event workers arrived at Lincoln Memorial ahead of the Salute to America. President Donald Trump downplayed the cost of his 4th of July celebration. The cost of our great salute to America tomorrow will be very little compared to what it's worth. We own the planes. We have the pilots. The airport is right next door, Andrews. And all we need is the fuel. We own the tanks and all. Fireworks are donated to the greats. Nice. The National Park Service diverted roughly $2.5 million in entrance fees from parks. Whoa. The diverted fees represent just a sliver of the cost. Last year he attempted to hold a similar parade, a Marshall Tito parade, and it was canceled because the government officials estimated the proceeds would cost more than $90 million. No, I don't do commercials. Sorry. Nice try. Thank you. All right, well, we're up and running, man. Well, if I do the show to the top of the hour, it'll be amazing because my battery power is waning and I'm on my backup battery right here. Yeah, a laptop will only give you about an hour of time, really, especially with cameras and everything running. And the backup battery gives me another hour, so I'm right on the edge of maybe a 2-hour show here. We have plenty of access. The hotels that I've been staying at have been pretty good up until this week. We landed in a remote area and near our safe house, and we only got 1 megabyte download speed and a 0.5 megabyte upload speed at the motel. I said, Sarah, I can't do a show here. So I took off to find the best Wi-Fi connection in the area, and I found it. That's really funny. I'm going to have to add that to my watch later list because I can't really play it right now. Otherwise, YouTube will monetize me. Well, let's be clear. I think you know what I'm talking about. I will watch it later. Thank you. Nothing like a freak show to send everybody into a dither. They are primitive with battery technology. I know. This thing, I was expecting much more performance out of it. I told Sarah the best we can do is listen to satellite radio and run our TomTom. That's all it'll do. It runs our TomTom and listens to satellite radio. Whatever. We listen to satellite radio wherever we travel. You know, what's the point of traveling unless you have satellite radio hooked up? I mean, really. What's it, $20 a month? How can you not listen to satellite radio? I never listen to Howard Stern, though. Is he going to get a contract with his lack of humor? Are they going to give him another 10-year, $500 million contract? I find that really hard to believe that guy's even funny. All he does is talk about anal sex. And that's not funny, especially if you've ever tried it. Not that I have, because that would be wrong. You know, I never had drug use. I think it sounds like your brain is dead and you have no creativity whatsoever. I've never done drugs ever. I've always been Mr. Herb. I even I smoked a doobie with Bud Green, the first proponent of legalization. Bud Green. Yeah, see, Anita never had anal sex, so nor does she want it. Thank you. Thank you. But who wants to talk about anal sex all the time? I don't. But apparently Howard Stern does. Yeah, well, you saw him on Wally Green's show, or Wally George's show. That's Bud Green. An hour before Bud Green appeared on that show, I was smoking a doobie with that guy at UCLA. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just telling you, I was back in the 1980s, I was supportive of legalization was very important. So I never had drug use. I've never done drugs. I've smoked some herb, but I've never done drugs. So you're out of here, buddy. Stern got dropped a half of it. His ex loves for him to make lots of money. She gets half. Oh, okay. So Howard Stern got half of $500 million over 10 years, and his wife got $250 million. Oh, life's really fair, isn't it? I don't think Howard Stern even has a penis, based on what I've been hearing from him. Tom, I don't know anything about your urban myth humor. It's disgusting, but a great waste of our time. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, I think the whole thing is disgusting. To think that anal sex is something people do, I'm with you, Anita. It's mainly unhygienic, exactly. And Anita's suffering from terrible issues with her stoma bag. She has a lot of issues she has to deal with. So it's not funny to talk about that stuff, and that's my point. I don't want to talk about that Howard Stern kind of stuff. Let's talk about other wasteful things that are happening, like all the toxic waste in your environment, and how you're all going to come down with tumors as a result of eating GMO foods and drinking fluoridated, chlorinated water. Let's talk about that. That's much more fun. Well, I'm not going to say it's going to happen soon, but over a 30-year time, you could develop a serious tumor from any genetically modified corn syrup product. From what I understand, Dr. Seralini of Italy won the lawsuit in international court against Monsanto, now currently Bayer. In 2014, he won the international lawsuit, meaning that his study of rats showing them growing tumors past 3 months was absolutely correct. So Monsanto tested genetically modified corn for 3 months. Not 4 months, not 5 months, but just 0 to 3 months, they found no problem. This guy took the same type of rats that Monsanto used and ran them 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, all the way to 24 months, and practically all of them came down with tumors. So that means a 3-month period for a rat is equivalent to a 30-year period for a human based on body weight and human differential size. Wait a second, Lee Iacocca died? That was like last year, I thought. So yeah, there's a lot of people concerned about the dangers of genetically modified food, but apparently you aren't. So I am. I'm concerned about EMF radiation from the 5G network affecting our brains, smart meters affecting our brains. I'm very concerned about CFL lighting, compact fluorescent lighting. Sarah and I had a pretty bad day today for some reason. She's mellowing out right now, but we had a bad day, and she was feeling kind of, out of sorts. And I'm beginning to think that it's the CFL lighting I had in this backup safe house. So I went over to Walmart and I bought a 4 LED lights, which are clean energy. So clean energy, LED is clean energy. Compact fluorescent is dirty energy. So I think it's going to make a difference. I'm going to put all LEDs in the we have a little safe house and see how that works. I just don't know. I mean, it was like a weird day, and I had a lot of CFL lights on. So I'm going to try that and see if it affects our overall mood. I've got HEPA filters on. I've got, air filters. I air filter everywhere I go. And I've got that going, but the CFL lights have to go. I got to get rid of them. Within a 2-year time, the government didn't even regulate this, but CFLs were pretty much antiquated and LEDs were on the market. Now all these CFL lights have mercury in them, and they could get into our aquifers if they're not properly handled. So I'm glad you like what I'm talking about, because you're not responding. Well, let's be clear. I don't know. I think Howard Stern is a guy who just isn't funny. I have never really laughed at anything he said, and I could never understand why he got $500 million for a 10-year contract with Sirius. I've never even laughed at one thing he ever said. Now, I have seen video of Howard Stern having a woman come on stage and literally take her top off. I'm serious. And then have some guy fart in her face. Yeah, he's like funny to a 13-year-old. Good point, says Fight. But I couldn't believe this video. This woman took her top off, laid down, and some guy farted in her face. Yeah, that's not funny, man. That's sick. He's not smart, Daryl. You must be really stupid if you think he's smart. He's an Ashkenazi Jew. What does that tell you? Hey, Sunstar, welcome. Yeah, I just never laughed at anything he said. And I think it's disgusting what he did with that woman. I can't even believe it. And somebody showed me the video about 2 weeks ago. It came to my show, and I played it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This was on his show? And he makes $500 million in 10-year contract for that? Yes, Pinguigloo. I have heard the AIDS treatment development in mice is very promising. Hopefully you'll be able to deal with your AIDS problem. Hopefully. I don't know how well, but you'll get through it. Yes, I'm going to be viewing fireworks tomorrow from our mobile travel center. We're not traveling with the Insight. I've got a larger unit I'm traveling in right now. And we will be going over to our mobile travel center and doing that. Yes. Sarah and I are going to be broadcasting from a fireworks celebration in our area, unknown America, somewhere in the United States. Hey, I'm just here to do a show, at least get a couple hours into my belt. They will shut me off in approximately 20 minutes. My entire server shuts down. The first night I did it, they were like, oh, okay, this guy's doing it till a certain time. And they close their business doors, now they shut it off. So, no, we had Sarah last night in our show. She was great. I don't have a fart meter to detect how many farts are coming out of my body every day. But I will ask you the same question. How many times do you fart a day? And the answer is the brand new Fart Meter by Ramco. This amazing product can measure the number of farts you make during the day and calculate the amount of farts per hour that your body is emitting. Your net loss of greenhouse gases will be calculated on a daily basis. Let's take a look at our run time. We're at 17% remaining. Okay. That means our show may cut short here, unless I hook up to a battery pack. We're going to milk this show to the very end of the battery on the laptop, okay? Well, thanks for that information. I just think it's really sad that you're fixated on farts and anal sex. Yeah, I don't know where this world became so confusing for you. Life is so much sort of simpler when you don't think about that stuff, you know? For some reason, that's all you think about. Yeah, so you have to get your head out of the gutter and start living life in an ethical way. Yeah, elevate your consciousness to a higher level. Take your brain out of your butt and put it back in your head. Because you're wasting your life thinking about that stuff. Most of you will look back on your 20s and 30s going, yeah, I was chatting about farts and whatever. It's like, dude, really? That's what you wanted out of life? That's the person you are? Mr. Butthead? Yeah. Beavis and Butthead. yeah. That's the world you've become. My shirt sleeve length is 35. My neck size is 17. Yes. I wouldn't buy a microwave unless you have to. I've noticed a big change in microwave technology over the past 10 years. Most of these things don't even work more than 6 months now. I've got a microwave in my safe house we bought in 1996, and it's running perfectly. And I even tested the EMF radiation. It was less than they put out now. So for some reason, microwaves are becoming more dangerous and more disposable. Yeah, it's like built-in obsolescence in microwaves. I went through a General Electric microwave recently. I literally went through a General Electric microwave in 6 months. I couldn't take it back to Walmart because it was no longer, its complete guarantee was no longer guaranteed. They only give you like 30 days on purchases like that, unless you get an extended service plan. So yeah, most of the things you buy now are like completely bogus BS. We just recently picked up a can opener at Walmart. I used it once. Sarah said, is something wrong? We could barely get the can open. And I looked at it, I used it the second time, and it broke right in my hands. The metal is so cheap, can openers don't even work. So, I mean, there's some serious things going on where built-in obsolescence is everywhere. They just want you to buy the product and then it breaks right away. This is the world that we've been growing up into. Well, believe me, if you don't have Made in the USA on your can opener, it won't work. I'm serious. If you're buying a manual can opener, do buy USA. I agree. Steel's better. It's much better. Those can openers literally will break apart with just a few grips, and you're like, it won't even grab the thing and work. Oh, you've got some Beavis and Butthead Doc Martens? Those are shoes. Are those custom Beavis and Butthead shoes made by Doc Marten? Okay, cool. Well, you guys have your Christmas in July all ready for you. Good for you, man. Go, girl. That's right. I can hold it up here. I'm holding a little fluorescent CFL light here. No, this is dirty energy. See this? This is CFL, and this is LED. LED consumes much less energy than CFL and is more reliable. But here, this product from Harbor Freight, you get it for free if you spend like $9 and have a coupon. It doesn't have any type of way of replacing the battery. So, last night, my other CFL, or my other LED light, because this is fluorescent, totally bone dry. I've got to throw it away. Look at that. Doesn't work. Completely bone dry. Can't get to the batteries unless I open the back of the battery pack and then pull out some little diode, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. They should have made it with AA battery capability, but they didn't. Typical product made to break and go in the garbage. So again, Donald Trump could care less about the environment, so here we are, stuck with whatever we get, and a president with his head so far up his ass he doesn't even know whether to fart or talk. This is In Your Face Broadcasting, nightly. Yeah. Nope, Sarah doesn't have anything, and that's a really derogatory statement. I'm going to mute you for that. I don't talk about that stuff. I only make references to Trump's inability to communicate intelligently without his anus. Yeah. The reality is, those of you who voted for Trump are watching our country slide into a toilet. That's the reality. And go ahead, watch all you want, because you're going to see in the near future our country being literally owned by other countries and people who have so much money it's not even funny. You were born American, but you're really just a New World Order puppet now, you Trump-tards. You'll never, ever be really American because the true Americans are fighting for this country instead of sucking up to a guy who doesn't even know how to speak or read. And only because he has all this money he inherited or took from his dad is he even president. Not to mention the money he got from Russian oligarchs and who knows how many other people and other lending agencies like Deutsche Bank and the Chinese government. So you've got a serious situation on your hands with a complete imbecile who's bought off. Good luck, America, because you're going to need it. Let's kick on the battery pack. Okay, battery pack up and running. It overheats. That's the problem with these battery packs. So as much as I'd love to do the show to the end, we're going to test out the technology. Between the battery pack and the battery of the computer, we're going to see how long this lasts. Yeah, I know. Well, I hope everything works out for you tonight. I hope you feel better. Yeah, go back to sleep, Anita. My show's ending in about 10 minutes, so don't worry. Whenever the batteries go down, that's when I stop the show. And that's not funny. I'm going to mute you for that. Jeez, this is supposed to be supporters, not people trolling us in the evening while I'm on vacation. No, this wasn't the same babble during Obama. Obama was bought off. Obama never stopped the pollution problem in Flint, Michigan. Obama didn't do diddly squat. If you don't understand the nature of the New World Order and how they bought Obama and how they bought Trump, then you shouldn't even be here, Hobo Shack. Yeah, I mean, you have to realize the people with lots of money can buy governments, and they're trying to do that with our country. And if you people sit back and continue voting Democrat or Republican, you might as well just flush your head in the toilet and, and blow bubbles. Don't hurt yourself, though. Obama was paid off. He and his wife, his transgender husband, make $10 million a year. Not to mention how much money they put in the bank. Come on, even Bernie Sanders makes $2 million a year. He's in the 1%. You people who think you've got people fighting for you, you just have a bunch of shills who are getting press time. The rest of us don't have any airtime whatsoever. I can't even get a speaking engagement with anybody because no one is allowed to actually have me on their show. You don't understand censorship, you people. You just don't get it. No, I don't need sparklers. We've got fireworks professionally done by experts. One woman in this first Democratic debate said we need to eliminate political donations and use tax dollars. Good luck with that. She wants to use your tax dollars. Yeah, she's a Democrat. That's what they do. Tax and spend. I agree we should have a basic amount for everybody who qualifies. But, that rule means that you have to get 5% of the votes in your primary to qualify the next election cycle for federal dollars. Yeah, not many people even are aware of the New World Order, but if you aren't, you should watch our show more often because I do talk about it quite a bit. And what they're doing is essentially controlling us by giving money donations to these really greedy Democrats and Republicans. And they're like whores. They'll take money just to do whatever the corporation wants them to do. Okay, I'm going to turn on my phone. I'm going to activate my phone, which is my backup phone, and I'm going to text Sarah a little message saying I'll be home soon. Okay? I normally don't use these phones because they are, emitting EMF radiation, but I'm powering it up right now. The New World Order. 1,000 chemtrails in the sky. No quid pro quo. Camis in the sky. Gotta hold the button in, otherwise it doesn't start. Camis in the sky, polluting our lungs. Camis in the sky. Well, I'd be bringing you special effects, but I'm afraid I don't have them on our show right now because our backup hard drive is... I'm trying to keep the battery down to minimal use right now. But yeah, I think I'll make her a little text message saying, let's go. I'll be right back. I'll be home soon, honey. Here we go. Well, let's be clear. Well, we're losing power right now. I have only about 10% power left in my computer. My backup battery is overheating, but I've got 2 bars in the backup battery, so I have just enough to do the show. See that? But when it overheats, I go to the laptop battery. Yeah. Cellular data is off. Okay, apparently I reached cellular data on my phone, so I'm on Wi-Fi now. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah, comma. I am finishing up the show and will be home soon. Period. Love you. Okay. Do. Okay, I sent my message. It's gone on its way. We'll see. I love voice to text. It's great. Yeah, the voice to text feature on these things, if you're texting and not using voice to text, you're wasting your finger strength. And she just got the message. Great. Oh, yes. Yes, a salad would be awesome. Yes, a salad would be awesome. I love it. And I'm going to send that too. Good. It's done. Cool. Okay. All right. I was using the technology that was available to me at the time, and I was able to send her a text message. Now, what these phones do is they grab Wi-Fi signals nearby and just to send a message if they're low on credits. So they're pretty cool. It's nice to have that technology. It really is. It's fantastic, actually. All right. Powering off the phone. I'm not going to put it next to my body. If you guys aren't using these at arm length and you keep them on when they're next to your body, you're having DNA altering EMF radiation going directly into your body. It can alter your DNA. I heard of a couple people that like guys working in the field were using the mobile systems, and they were both working in a particular industry as construction guys. They both came down with kidney cancer. They both came kidney in the same place the phone was located. This is not an isolated incident. This actually happens a lot. Seriously. I met another guy with a brain cancer, and he said that his buddy got brain cancer too, and they both were using those brick phones back in the 80s. Yeah. Don't kid yourself. These are serious problems that EMF radiation definitely will affect your gonads. Yeah. Believe it or not. Hey, I think we got enough battery power to make it to the end of the show. I'm impressed. Between my backup battery overheating and my other battery in the laptop just getting enough charge to keep going, we pulled it off. I can't get over this. I started broadcasting at about 5:45, and I lasted all the way to 8 o'clock. Yeah, your gonads are fried, buddy, if you're using your cell phone near your gonads. So don't hold your cell phone on when it's near your body. Good night, Society. Thanks for coming in, man. Don't hold your cell phone near your body when it's on. Turn it off if it's near your body. Seriously. And when you're using it to talk, always use it with speakerphone. Don't hold it next to your ear, because they're seeing that people are getting ear cancer, or brain cancer right behind their ear. I'm serious. And they're also seeing bone growth in their head from the position of the cell phone. It's weird. I mean, this is Wasteful Wednesday, and I just wanted to touch down on this simple fact that our government doesn't care about us enough to tell us this stuff. Okay, your experience here today was awful. Why? What's wrong? You have psoriasis? Oh, I'm so sorry. Dairy is causing you nothing but psoriasis. Well, I keep telling people, try CBD oil. When Sarah was on yesterday, okay? She said she was going to be gone tonight. She'll be back tomorrow, okay? We're doing a 4th of July thing tomorrow. I came into town just to do a remote broadcast. You should be thankful for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna brag about what I've done, but yeah, I mean, I'm literally holding a fluorescent light in front of my face to talk to you. That's how much I care about maintaining the presence on the internet every single day, even though we're on vacation. All right, I hope you have a better experience tomorrow. Sarah will be here. Yeah, I can't tell you how important it is to me, because after all, you know, I am trying to do the impossible every day, because I am perhaps the best guy able to do this. I don't know. I'm Mr. Right. You can believe it or not. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I cast every day and they still bitch. It's unbelievable. Well, let's be clear.
You're Mr. Right, my Mr. Right, too good to be true. You spin my world around, 'cause you're the peace I find. If you sweep me off my feet, my heart stops to beat, 'cause you make me melt away. You're Mr. Right, my Mr. Right, too good to be true. My world around, 'cause you're the peace I find. You sweep me off my feet, my heart stops to beat, 'cause you make me melt away. You're Mr. Right, my Mr. Right, too good to be true. You spin my world around, 'cause you're the peace I find. You sweep me off my feet, my heart stops to beat, 'cause you make me melt away. You're Mr. Right, my Mr. Right, too good to be true.